Hi guys, welcome back to the Main Road Expedition. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have a couple of league games away against Prescot, and then we go against Leek in our next match as well. Um, Bit of news to update you with. If you didn't see the shot that I released a few days ago, um, when this video comes out, actually, it's probably about a week ago, in fact. Um, my laptop broke. I've managed to get a new laptop. I've been playing around with a load of settings, trying to get the sound quality okay for this first recording. I'm hoping it's all right now. If there's any feedback that you guys want to give for it, just let me know. But like I say, I've done an upgrade with my computer slash laptop, and we're in a much better position to play the game now. It's going to run a lot smoother, and hopefully fingers crossed, everything should work fine with the 3D match engine in place as well. We've actually got a proper graphics card in place now and everything. So we go into today's episode with plenty to look forward to. I'm a little bit nervous. Like I say, I'm hoping everything's been set up okay, and we'll just see how we get on. As you can see, we're currently sat at the top of the league. We're doing reasonably well, but form is a little bit hit and miss. Lancaster are still right behind us, but they have also been the same, really, a little bit hit and miss. And in terms of our recent form, as you can see, since you were last with us for that Lancaster game, as it as I was saying, it's been a bit hit and miss. We've had a few really good wins, a couple of draws in there as well. The defeat against Workington, unfortunately, we had a red card in the 16th minute, and they scored the minute after, and that was that. We just couldn't grow ourselves into the game. In terms of our tactical situation, we have changed things up a little bit in terms of player roles. We've got a ball-winning midfielder in there now with a deep line playmaker and a Mazzala. So we've just switched things up a little bit. But overall, things haven't been going too badly. In terms of transfers, we have been a little bit active recently. We're trying to strengthen the team as well as offload any players that may not want to play for us. Sam Oliver, the centre-back, has now left the club on a free transfer. He wasn't getting a lot of game time. And Aaron Davis, the 19-year-old goalkeeper, he has left for Whitby for £775. I think we had Amamiego when the last episode was out, but we have made two signings since then. So JJ O'Donnell, a 34-year-old central midfield player, comes with bags of experience. And as you can see, really good mental attributes, reasonably solid technical attributes as well for this level. And looking at his history, he has always been around the National League and the Vanarama National North as well. He's also played in the South, Southern Premier, so he's been a bit of a journeyman with a number of clubs, but at the same time, he's always played at that higher level. So I think his experience could be invaluable. And then I was really surprised to be able to get Luke McGee into the side. He's about 6'5", I think. And looking at his attributes again, he's probably the best goalkeeper in this league. Concentration isn't great, but decent determination. His positioning is good, and his actual goalkeeping attributes are the best that we've had since being here. And he came through the ranks at Tottenham, never played a game for them, but he ended up playing a number of times in League One, League Two, played in the National North for Macclesfield last season. So I really think we've done well to bring him in. He's conceded a goal in each of his three matches so far, but it's just a case of sorting out as we go. So going into this game against Prescott, I am hopeful that we can get another good result. We are going to start rotating a little bit more potentially, but at the same time, we do want to keep the core of the squad quite strong. We've got McGee in goal with Keeling, Furtado, Adewoju, and Bates at the back. Wright, O'Donnell, and Ulinwengu in the midfield three. Mamiego, Norton, and Tor as our front three as well. Fingers crossed we can get off to a good start. I have already done a bit of a test with the 3D match engine and it seems to be working okay. But hopefully, like I say, things will work out well from here and we can really progress with this save as we go on. So going into this game against Prescott, they're sat in 18th place. We are in overall decent form, but at the same time, there's been a lot of shock results happening as well. Lancaster have lost one or two games against lower league sides recently, as have we. So it has been a bit of a mix and match. But saying that, Lancaster are currently 2-0 up against Cole. Here is Keeling into O'Donnell. Furtado picking it up just inside the opposition half. Finds Sam right into Adewoju, back into right. Olimwengu plays it forward. O'Donnell could be in behind, and that is a good save from Allen. Poor finish really from O'Donnell. He could have gone across the keeper a little bit more. But we do have a set piece, and hopefully we can take advantage of this one. Sam Wright swings it in. It's a reasonably comfortable clearance from the defender. O'Donnell picked it up, but the result of that came to nothing. 3 shots on target out of 3 for us all so far. And we are looking the more likely to create an opportunity. Sam Wright with a delivery. Adewoju wins the header, and it's only just over the crossbar. The keeper did flap at it a little bit there, and unfortunately, we just couldn't get it on target. Not a bad effort, though, but we just need to continue to put that pressure on. Here is Parkin into Owens. Back into the left back. Now Rowney into Owens again. Salah picking it up. Good tackle on him, but Ward picks it up, and Furtado as well to make the challenge and just knock it back to the goalkeeper McGee. Adewoju just holding on to it, finds Olimwengu, back into Adewoju again. Not too much movement from the front players, which is a bit of a concern really. Adewoju in the end just knocking it long. Iron Tor tried to win it. It falls down for Olimwengu, who knocks it forward. Norton couldn't get onto it, but Bates wins it well. Here's Darren Norton into Olimwengu. Really good switch of play to A. Mamiego, who gets the cross in. Iron Tor wins the header, and he's hit the crossbar. The keeper didn't even move for that, and Prescot just about managed to get it clear. But again, another good opportunity created, but we are struggling to convert our chances today. I'll say that we're not too pleased with the lads. Obviously, we should be converting our chances, and it isn't good enough that we're not doing so. Argentor continues to do well up front, though. He has been knocking goals in quite regularly for us overall, but it's just not quite been happening for him today. Rowney here with the delivery toward the far post. Connolly with a free header, and once again, Luke McGee cannot keep a clean sheet. He hasn't had the best of starts in goal for us, and defensively, we have been a little bit lapse in recent matches. It's not looking good here. Against a team that sat in 18th place, I might add, Lancaster are also winning. Here's Sam Wright, swings it in toward the near post. Just about managed to get it away, but Sam Wright picks it up again. And Sam Wright has been sent off. I'm not entirely sure what's happened there, because I thought he just tried to kick the ball, and then that was that. But he's been sent off, and we are now really up against it here. And it's a game that we should be winning, but it's just not going to happen now. Oh, let's see. What can we do here? What can we do here? I think. Oh dear, it's a bit of a difficult one. I think what we're going to have to do is take the wingers off, go narrow in midfield. We're going to get Jack Williams on for Darren Norton. JJ O'Donnell can stay there. We'll put him on an attacking mentality in that attacking midfield role. Azala, attack there. And then a Mamiego can come off, and Alabi is going to have to come on in that holding midfield. Unfortunately, obviously, Payne is suspended for a few games. So both wingers being sacrificed here. Not ideal. But we'll just have to carry on as is. We're going to get Matthew on for Keeling as well, who's had a poor game at left back, and he has been booked. So not good. Here's Olimwengu with a free kick, though. Here's O'Donnell. Chance to get a strike away potentially. Can he do so? Salah's brought him down, and we have a penalty. Despite being down to 10 men, this could be a very important penalty here for, I think it'll be Jack Williams to take. And it is. It's Jack Williams. Runs up, takes the penalty, smashes it into the bottom corner. It's a really good penalty, to be fair. He struck it really well. And it's his 13th goal of the season. And we draw level here away at Prescot. Again, struck it really well into the bottom corner. Plenty of pace on it. Keeper didn't really have much of an opportunity. And we are level. Lancaster are 2-0 up against Colne. As things stand, though, we do go back above them on goal difference. Fortunately, we have got a very strong goal difference at the moment. Hopefully, we can create 1 or 2 more opportunities. Like I say, Prescot not doing too well in the league this season. It'll be a big point for them if they can hang on to it. Here's Adewoju into McGee. Switches the play to this left-hand side for Jaden Matthew. Now Jack Williams. Furtado plays it back into him. Bit of space here in the midfield, but a poor pass from Jack Williams. And Alabi's just let it go over him. And what a strike from Jackson Ward. a thunderous strike into the back of the net. Very poor from our point of view. Allaby just let the ball go straight over him. And we've lost this game. That is I mean, it's a great finish, but that is shocking defensively from us. And the red card has certainly cost us there as well. It's 2 red cards in 3 games so for us, and it's not good enough. We really need to be better than that. And there was not really any positives to take out of that game, to be honest. Argentina was shocking. We missed too many chances as well. We had more shots on target than them. But once again, we're dropping points against teams near the bottom. We just about beat Cole earlier, and we drew with Boldmere. And Lancaster are now ahead of us in the league. We have got a little gap to the chasing pack, but we really have to pick it up. And since tweaking a little bit in the midfield, we've not looked quite as strong. But at the same time, again, going forward, we're struggling again in terms of goal scoring. Yes, we got 4 against Northwich, but other than that, it's not looking too promising. So we've got a week to go until the game against Leek at home. I'm going to look into 1 or 2 bits and pieces tactically, I think, and then we'll come back for that game and hopefully we can get a much better result. Okay then guys, here we go for the game at home against Leek. Disappointing result last time out. We have reverted to the tactic that we were using previously in terms of the midfield roles. Because since we've changed it up, it's been a bit of a frustrating time really, and having the ball winning midfielder has resulted in us getting more yellow cards and more sending offs as well, unfortunately. We've reverted to the box-to-box and Carriero midfield roles as well. I've only toyed with the Mazzala role and what was the other role we were doing? Deep line playmaker in this role with the ball winning. We've only done that for the last 5-6 games or so, and it's not really improved results, but it's not worse than them either. So it's been a bit of a strange one. We've just renewed some contracts of our staff as well, ready for next season. And we've also managed to tie down a few players to an extra year's worth of contract as well. So hopefully we should be in line for another good season, regardless of where we're at. I'm going to trust my assistant manager a little bit more. We're going to rotate the team a little bit more. We haven't rotated properly for a little while. We're going to have McGee in goal again, though, with Matthew, Furtado, Adewoju and Bates at the back. Abbott, Williams and Little are the midfield 3, with Burnett, Collins and Norton as our front 3. A number of these players, they have still been playing matches, but it's not been anywhere near as many as they would have done if I'd have kept the rotation side of things going. But we're going into this game, obviously changing roles a little bit. I'm hoping we can get another good result. The fact that I've got to remember, it's our first season in this league ever. So I've got to remember that considering where we're at right now, we are doing extremely well. But at the same time, in some of the games where we've missed some chances, I think we could be doing better. And this is the thing, you see, if we convert more of our chances, we could be potentially 6 to 9 points clear this season. Obviously, as it sits, we're not, and we've just got to roll the dice and hope for the best. Just see how things go. Hutton here into Nelson. Into Hutton again. Picking it up. Reeves knocks it back into Nelson. And Tasha into Hutton. Nelson just holding on to it. Taking his time here. And Tasha loses out to Darren Norton. Good pressure from him. Adewoju just exchanging the ball a little bit. And Burnett picks it up well. Finds Darren Norton again. Chance to play it inside if he can. He's just forced himself out wide. But there it is, Millen Burnett. And there is the goal. Big opportunity today for Millen Burnett. And it's good to see him actually getting the goal as well. He's missed some big chances in other games. But that was quite a well-worked goal. Obviously, Norton can play up front or out wide, so he's used to having to get these crosses in as well. But Millen Burnett held a really good position there on the edge of the penalty area and slotted it in past the keeper. Really, really good finish. And we take an early lead here. First attempt at goal as well, and we convert it. Lancaster are playing away against third place Witton today. So big opportunities for us. As things stand, obviously, with us winning, we go a point ahead of Lancaster. We need Witton to do us a favour, though. Really, I mean, if Witton win, it's no water off our backs if as long as we win as well. We keep that gap, but hopefully we can extend it over Lancaster a little bit. Millen Burnett has just picked up a yellow card though, which is a little bit of a concern, but with him being out wide, it shouldn't uh, influence too much. And I've just seen there, Witten scored 2 goals right at the end of the first half, so they are 2-0 up against Lancaster. We're going to let the lads know not to get complacent. We're playing well, but we need to really push this on a little bit. But Witten 2-0 up there, as you can see, 39th minute and 44th minute goals at the end of the first half. That is certainly going to run in our favour. And the goal from Millen Burnett, incidentally, is the only shot on target of the whole match so far. So Leek have just had one themselves, but we look to press here. Adewoyu looking for Darren Norton. He couldn't win it, but Tom Little picks it up in the midfield. Abbott into Williams. Now Furtado looking over the top. Norton again trying to make the challenge, but Roberts picks it up. Sarapaninek finds Giles. Leek just trying to move forward on this right-hand side. Here's Eze into Roberts. Again back to Eze, looking over the top. It's not the best of balls, and Matthew mops it up and finds McGee. Now Furtado, nice pass into Jack Williams. Looks long and over the top. Nelson wins the header though. Collins didn't really put a challenge in, which is not ideal. And Hutton could be in behind here on this left-hand side. He squares it to Giles. And again, defensively, we've just not looked right there. Well, he's been disallowed for offside. I think that's a bit harsh, really. I'm not sure which one of them was offside. We'll certainly take it, but not ideal that they had that chance. And another big opportunity there. Harrison with the header. We're going to demand more from the team. And I think we're going to make some substitutions. Our defence are looking tired again. Asa Hughes, we're going to bring on for Jaden Matthew. He's not had too much game time in recent weeks either. To be fair, going forward and whatnot, fitness-wise, we're not looking too bad, but actual player performance has been a bit of a struggle here. We're going to get Josh King-Phillips on for Joe Collins here. Millen Burnett can go onto that right-hand side. And we'll switch King-Phillips onto the left. In fact, I think what we'll do is we'll put Norton in there and we'll get Iron Tor on instead up front. Norton's not really done a good enough job up front. He has been better out wide for us though, so hopefully he can do something again today. And I think we'll get Jason Keeling on at right back for Jack Bates as well. Both of our fullbacks have been quite tired during this game. Furtado's going to have to stay on. We haven't got too much covering at centre-back at the moment, so we're just going to have to tighten things up and hope for the best with our wing-backs doing a lot of the running. We're going to, again, just demand that little bit more. Yes, we're winning, but we need to hold on to this. Can we get it away here? Adewoju, Millen Burnett just holding on to it. Plays it back to McGee, who launches it forward. And Iron Tor is there challenging, but Harrison beats him in the air. Nelson into Roberts, looking over the top. Zarapaninek moving down this right side, squares it. Furtado does well to make the block, and it's cleared by Hughes. Iron Tor looking to nod it on. Casey picks it up and finds Izzy here at centre-back. Again, looking over the top. Furtado again winning the header. Tom Little doing well. Darren Norton not winning that second ball again, though. I'm not too sure which way this is going to go. Keeling does really well again there. Millen Burnett again not winning the second ball, though. And they've got a chance here. Shaw's in behind, and McGee with shocking positional play. It's Lee Shaw's first goal of the season. And again, we have let a lead slip because we're not taking our chances. But again, neither side have really created an awful lot on target. We're going to fire the boys up here for the last seconds. It was a bit later in the game than I thought. And another disappointing result. A 1-1 draw isn't enough. And we've got work to do here. I'm not entirely sure. I think we looked a bit more solid in the midfield, it has to be said. But I'm not entirely sure why these long balls keep getting played forward. To get the proper effect of this tactic, we need to have a proper pressing forward, I think. Iron Tor's done well as the advance forward, but I think we're going to have to revert to the pressing forward. But I think it's a bit much to ask for Furtado and Adewoju to be ball-playing defenders. They're not good passers in terms of their rating, but I think if we set the tactic up properly, and we'll just have to see if that helps without keeping the ball, because Adewoja and Furtado just launching it forward all the time. It's not working. And I think chances are going to waste because of that. Going forward, I'm probably looking at another 6 games to do off camera potentially. We have gone top of the league with a draw, which is it's reasonable. Leek down in 13th place. Witten ended up beating Lancaster by 4 goals to 1, a very heavy defeat for Lancaster. But unfortunately, with us not winning, Witten are very much in this title race, as are Ramsbottom at the moment. To be fair, Workington aren't too far out either, so it's a very, very close run thing at the minute. We need to get another run of wins going forward, I think. In terms of the upcoming schedule, we have got a few big games coming up. I mean, every game's a big game with the position that we find ourselves in. But I think what we'll probably do is, oh, we've got Lancaster there. We've also got Witten coming up as well. I think we'll probably have Lancaster again in an episode, and we might have Mosley as well. A double away day. We'll get 7 games done off camera, and we'll see how we get on from there. Saying that, we might have to come back a little bit earlier than that, thinking about it, just to get the extra episode in, because otherwise it might be a bit of a short break there. I think actually what we'll do then, Ramsbottom and Bewdley, we'll do that at the end of February, and then potentially we'll come back for, well, again, it's a little bit of a tight one. We've got to come back for Witten, haven't we? I know it's only 3 games, we've got to come back for Witten, and then our old rival Silsden. Dear. I'll see how I feel. I'm looking at Witten now and thinking that'll be a good game to come back for. So we'll see how we do in the meantime. So until then, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.